proud leader in that operation, a hero himself, Col Sheron. We heard your story a little while earlier. You too are a selfless soldier and a leader. Tell me about that particular operation, 2611, because you were the CEO of that unit. My question to you is, such a difficult situation. Every officer who goes in, he knows that death could possibly face him. It's not the terrain you're prepared for, you're trained for. What is your motivation?
Arnab, I have been in 15 years in special units in the parachute regiment, done operations what others have done. NSG, as the pillars was raised by General Qadian, we have to realize that it's an intervention unit specialist. I have men coming from army from all the regiments. The psyche from survivor to savior is the biggest challenge for me to convert, because these operations are for the hostages, for the normal civilians, which in other cases is more or less not the case. Here the man has to actually go through the funnel of death. We call that the door. You have to cross that in the minimum possible time. That's why it's called the funnel of death. You can call it funnel of guts or anything, because it has to be crossed. If you don't cross it, you will lose that civilian. Now the mission is the hostage. In 2611, I was spread out at 3 places. My teams were spread out at all 3 places. I was calm because Nariman was being handled by my second in command, and the Oberoi was being handled by the squadron commander, who was actually the third in command also. I myself was in Taj. The boys did what they were taught, with an exception. The rooms, 1800 rooms, 1200 rooms in both the places, basements, localizing of the terrorists not known. In Taj, 4 terrorists, 2 terrorists out here. Nariman was a smaller but a different situation. Oberoi, you got them in the room. Taj, they got us in the corridor. We cornered them to one side. We got them in the last. If this is the room and you have a hostage situation, I have full information. The initiative is with me, when, where, how to enter. When you are given a larger thing with the smaller units, smaller specialized men, the initiative subtly goes to the terrorist. In that, the only thing is take out as many technically hostages now, because people have gone into their rooms, which they were doing it. In the bargain, if you have a contact, don't lose it. Corner them, take them out. That is what exactly the boys did it in Oberoi, and he was leading them. The same thing happened in Taj, where Major Unni Krishan actually made a contact, and after that they were cornered to the. So this is a very different situation. Yes. Here the psychology of a intervention unit is totally different. All forces of the world maintain a separate intervention unit because of the equipment profile, yes, because of the psychology. That has to be going.
May I ask you something? I ask both of you actually, because that's an operation we all saw, When you flew from Delhi, I'm told all of you were called in from Delhi. When you were flying from Delhi and the whole nation, the entire nation is resting its hopes on you and your men. How did you inspire yourself at that point of time, when you were taking the flight and before you split up into separate units? Would you like to take that?
Initially, when we had gone, the situation was at 2 places. The third, it's a fluid situation which keeps. The Nariman house came at afterwards. So the most important thing is to brief men, and those 2 hours in flight was the longest time as a commanding officer I had.
What did you tell them?
Small drills. When you don't, your trigger is your mind, it's not your finger. If you don't, in a firefight also, if you don't see a weapon, please don't shoot, because there will be a chaos. There will be a chaos. That is why the intervention operations they are taught is the most high risk operation to the limbs and the life. Take any hostage situation, the team commander, the junior leader is the first one to go, lose his life. Take any operation. And he is the only man at the funnel of the death, the commando.
Do you encounter fear, Major Singh? Do you encounter fear in that situation?
Definitely yes, but it was definitely overcome by the confidence which you had got in your weapon, in your training, which was being imparted to you in the unit.
I must tell this. These are the beliefs
Yes.
which are imparted in the unit to them. There are 6 beliefs. The first one is the belief that the unit in which you are is the best in the nation for the task which you are into. Second, the belief in your weapon and the equipment is the best of the world. Third, the belief that they are the best to handle those weapons and equipment. The fourth one, his buddy is equally and more proficient in handling those weapons and equipment. Fifth is the supporting units, the team which are supporting this operation. They will deliver when it is required at the funnel of death what you want.
Absolutely.
And lastly, the belief what decisions that man takes inside is cut from the outside will be stood by. So these things, when you instill in them, it always gets onto you.
Well,
truly special
incredible story.
And you no doubt earn your title many times over of Special
Absolutely.
Forces.
To
Please
Colonel
give them a good hand.
Sunil Sheron and Major Amitendra Kumar Singh. We are so proud of you. May those on the other side learn.
Please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe to get updated. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.